Hey guys, today we're going to be putting the Afro Samurai against Yasuke, who would win in a one-on-one battle to be the true, black samurai. So introductions first, we'll start with Yasuke. Yasuke was a samurai who served under Nobunaga of the Oda clan. He was a famed samurai and rose through the ranks with his bravery and swordsmanship. Afro Samurai, on the other hand, is someone who's a demon on the cusp of reality and legend. His tales of swordsmanship and bravery is told to children at night to make them go to sleep out of fear and to give them nightmares. He is someone who's on a quest for revenge for his father, and in that quest for revenge, he slays thousands and countless of people and individuals. Now, our first category in deciding who would win is going to be fighting experience. In the anime Yasuke, we can see that Yasuke came to Japan and became a samurai and served under the Oda clan already as an adult. And this is in contrast to Afro Samurai, who started training when he was young at an orphanage under a famed samurai. So he started training a lot younger than Yasuke. Not only that, but in the anime Yasuke, we can see that Yasuke actually puts his sword down for 20 odd years. He takes a break away from the samurai life and takes a little bit of a hiatus away from it. This is in contrast to Afro Samurai, who's constantly battling, constantly fighting. He holds the number 2 headband, and anyone who holds the number 2 headband, anyone in the world can challenge you for it. So Afro Samurai is constantly in combat, constantly honing his skills, constantly gaining that vital experience of a great warrior. So while Yasuke has the luxury of just kind of lounging around for 20 odd years, again, Afro Samurai is out there fighting for revenge, fighting for the number 1 headband, fighting a lot of competitors and other great warriors. Now, so because of that, if I had to give a person an edge in this category, it would have to be Afro Samurai for fighting experience. Now, our next category is mental fortitude, and the same reasons that I gave Afro Samurai the edge in fighting experience are the same reasons I would give him the edge in mental fortitude. Again, for someone who's on a quest for revenge, who's constantly fighting people, who does pretty heinous things, who has to kill people in front of people that they love, it's a pretty brutal and harsh lifestyle, and you almost have to become extremely numb to the death and violence that's constantly around you, and that builds you up mentally. It takes a certain individual with mental toughness to be able to endure such a harsh lifestyle. And Yasuke, we don't really see that from him. Of course, he is a samurai, so he already has the baseline mental fortitude for someone who has to endure the samurai training, the deep code of respect and honor. But we don't really see him reach that threshold that someone like Afro Samurai would need in order to live such a brutal and harsh lifestyle. So Afro Samurai takes the edge in mental fortitude. Now, our next category is speed, and this one's a little bit more difficult to judge. Both combatants are super fast. We can see that Afro Samurai has the ability to dodge RPGs, dodge bullets. Yasuke can dodge incoming attacks as well, dodge an energy beam. Both of these warriors are incredibly fast, and if I had to choose one person over the other, it would be difficult. So I'm going to do 50-50 and give this category a tie down the middle. Now, our next category is special abilities, and this one is a little bit more lopsided in favor of Afro Samurai. Yes, the opponents in Yasuke's world are more powerful in the sense that they have special abilities. There are robots. People have the ability to shapeshift into grizzly bears and other creatures. However, in Afro Samurai, his opponents are much more powerful in scale, I feel like, to Afro Samurai. Afro Samurai has to fight someone. He has to fight a clone of himself. He has to fight a clone of his deceased father. Those are feats that are extremely crazy, that are super impressive, to be able to defeat a clone of yourself, in order to defeat a clone of, your father, who was a greater fighter than you, be able to take that beating and overcome it. I think those are much more better feats than simply, Yasuke beating someone who has the ability to, shapeshift or something like that. So Afro Samurai's feats are a lot more impressive. He gets beat up, beat down, and he has to overcome that. And in Yasuke, we see him against, tough opponents. He is outnumbered sometimes. He does get beat up, but he never really has to dig deep down and overcome adversity like Afro Samurai. Now, our next category is physical power, and this one is equally hard to judge. In Afro Samurai, we can see that he has the ability and the strength to cut through people pretty easily if he wanted to. He's able to cut through metal and robots. really tough materials. He's able to cut through statues in like one swift motion. Yasuke is, just as powerful, able to cut through people as well. In one episode, he's able to parry a robot's hand and drag it, which is, again, a ton of force. So this one was a little hard to judge. So I'm gonna have to put physical power right down the middle, 50-50 for both guys. So looking over at all the categories that I have, I would have to give the edge overall to Afro Samurai. Again, both combatants were equally powerful and equally, fast as well. However, because of that, I think the X factors in the fight between the two would come down to fighting experience and mental fortitude. Two categories that Afro Samurai holds. Afro Samurai, mentally tough. He knows to dig deep down, reach his inner self, and really overcome any adversity. And that fighting experience would really put him over the top in a battle with Yasuke. So because of that, 1-on-1, my boy Afro Samurai would most likely win. So that includes my little video breakdown. This isn't the usual content that I usually do, but I want to try something a little bit different. If you disagree with my opinion, or think that I missed some things in either category, or one category should have went to the other person, please let me know in the comment section below. I love to debate this. I love to hear new sides, new counter arguments. Just let me know. I'm not perfect. My opinion is not perfect either. And I will admit, Afro Samurai is one of my favorite animes as well. So. But I was trying to be as objective as possible in this. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe here for typically movie reviews. If you want me to continue video content like this, let me know. But yeah.